ready to go now.
Thank you.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to this week's episode of You Don't Even Know.
Episode 7.
Episode 7.
Revenge of the Sith.
Force Awakens. This week, we're talking about stuff.
A lot of stuff that you guys don't know.
Yeah, I think we're going to address something that we were going to talk about last week.
We were supposed to talk about how to avoid embarrassment last week, and we completely missed it.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That's maybe because we talked too much about a certain movie that we won't ever say the name of again.
Oops.
And we're not even going to say it right now.
Just so we don't get into it.
Yep.
So we're going to talk about
how to avoid embarrassment.
and have you ever embarrassed yourself? So I think that's pretty broad.
Yeah. Let's start with that.
That has quite a lot to capture right there.
Let's jump into have you ever embarrassed yourself? And then maybe we can revisit how we could have avoided those situations.
I see.
Out of the three of us, Josiah, who do you think is most embarrassed about
Definitely
things?
not me, because I have zero shame about everything I do. At least nowadays. Like, now that I'm married with child, like, I am unstoppable.
You just don't care.
Yeah, just...
And what if your wife says to stop doing something?
Then I'll just stop doing that thing.
That's not embarrassing.
angry face.
That's just being a nice husband.
Yeah,
Okay.
just like, hey, can you stop doing... Yeah, okay, I'll stop doing that.
But you're not embarrassed.
As far as, like, being embarrassed about, like, a decision that I've made or something that, like, slipping and falling or, like, some silly thing I say that people laugh at me for or something.
So
when I stumble over my words, I'm just like... I have zero people on this planet to impress. My wife loves me to death. My son loves me to death. Like, I am so solid there. I am unembarrassable.
So embarrassment only comes from trying to impress the opposite sex?
I think so.
So, Jordan, have you ever been embarrassed?
Yes.
Give me an example of what it feels like to be embarrassed.
Justin.
Go ahead, Jordan. You start. I'll close it.
Oh, boy.
I'll bring it home.
Let me
Hit me with your best embarrassment
come
story.
back to me. Just come back to me on this one.
Well, just
Okay.
give us one. Just start us off. Anything.
Oh,
What was the most recent time you're like, wow, that was embarrassing? Like when you did
lately
something
I
silly.
haven't been caring, so it's been a while.
That's good. It's good not to care. Right?
Yeah, it's really
I'm all
good not
about
to
that.
care for everyone who cares about being embarrassed.
Just don't care about what people think. Do you have one, Justin?
Yeah, you
Okay,
go first.
You
So
wanna open it up?
here's one of mine. I have more than one, apparently, since I've embarrassed myself. More than... Let me start the timer.
Okay, got to remember to start that timer. Good job.
Yes.
He remembered only
Sorry, that's
about
embarrassing.
2 minutes into recording instead of 15 this time. Thanks.
We all have our jobs, and
Yep,
Justin
that's his.
has his.
I play the intro music. That's my job.
I do the recording. That's my job.
Yep.
And Justin has a timer.
Yep, that's
There.
his job.
Okay, it started now.
Yes.
Hooray!
Hooray.
Okay, sorry. That's an embarrassing moment. That's my embarrassing moment for the day.
For the day.
Okay. So, one day I was at a photo shoot with a photographer, of course.
Wait, what side of the photo shoot were you on?
Were you a model?
Yeah.
Oh, so I was directing a photo shoot.
Okay.
I was saying, like, point the camera over here, move a light over here.
Okay.
And we all broke for lunch and sat down to eat tacos because that's what you eat for lunch. Totally innocuous.
Yeah.
Well, because I was in Orange County, I was wearing jeans with sandals that day. So I sat down to eat lunch, and apparently out of one of the cardboard boxes of product that we were shooting, there was a 4.5-inch cockroach.
Nice.
And we were all sitting down, and I said, whoa, the cockroach just ran across my leg. And I jumped out of my chair, and I said, oh, gosh. And
Is that really what happened?
yeah, the cockroach left. I said, oh, thank goodness. That was the biggest, most disgusting cockroach I've ever seen, let alone touch me. So I lift my feet up, and then I'm like, okay, it's gone. So I kind of settled back down, put my feet back in my sandals, finished my lunch, and then about 20 minutes or so later, I felt a little like tickle, like an itch almost at the bottom of my pants towards the ankle, in the ankle region. And I said,
But that was just your sock.
so I lean out, I'm like, I kind of shake my jeans. I'm like, oh geez, I kind of itch my leg. And then I feel like a tickle next to my knee.
Oh,
And I'm like, this is a little bit of a coincidence to have that much of a ASMR tingle, like just traveling up your leg slowly.
Contract fulfilled
Yep,
for the
there we go. Gotta
So
mention.
and then I feel the same tingle up on my thigh. And I thought, this might be the cockroach. Come back to haunt me. So I grab my leg on the upper part of my inner thigh, mind you. So he was about 6.5 inches.
You're very patient with this guy.
From home. Yeah. So the spider is climbing at max speed.
Wait, now it's a spider?
Right there.
Wait.
Is it a spider or a cockroach? Pick one.
Sorry, cockroach.
Okay.
It was about,
It's just a bug to Justin.
It was a 4-inch cockroach. Right?
That's the biggest
That's the
cockroach
visual.
I've ever even heard of.
Yeah. So I grab him. Now, I have pants on, and the photographer is about 20 feet to my left, just shooting away on different pieces of product. I am standing there, frozen, with a cockroach underneath my jeans in my hand, and I could feel him start to crunch a little bit in my grip, and I'm like, I have to go the rest of the day doing this photo shoot, which means I can't just crush and turn this cockroach into oatmeal and then just have that garbage in my pants. So I did the next smartest thing, which was with the photographer 20 feet from my arm.
Quick question.
What?
Is the photographer a boy or a girl?
He's a boy.
Okay, cool.
So I made the smartest decision I could at the time, and I ripped off my pants and underwear right there.
Right behind him?
Yeah.
Wait, underwear too?
Underwear?
Yeah,
Whoa.
just everything was gone.
I feel like you could have left your undies on.
I know, but when you're trying to get a cockroach out of your pants, what you do is you grab everything and you get it away from your body.
Wait, there was no
So-
bathroom involved? You just out in the open?
So did the photographer see your ding dong?
No.
Okay.
He didn't even flinch.
Wait,
he
did
just
he know?
kept right. He didn't. I told him later what had happened to me. He didn't even know what had occurred right next to him.
Wait.
He said, "When did this happen?"
How
I said,
far away were you?
Again, we were 20 feet apart. We were just right in the same photography area.
Wow.
So because I was
You're brave.
I didn't have time to think about, well, what's the best way? And again, I only have one hand because one hand is holding the cockroach from heading further north. Okay. So I'm cradling him in my palm. And then so everything goes off. And I'm like, so there's still a cockroach in those pants. And I'm standing there free as a jay. And I run into the other room, grab a PVC pipe, beat my pants to death. I'm standing
Keep in mind, he's naked this whole time.
Okay, so and the photographer does not notice, doesn't turn, and so I beat my pants with a PVC pipe a lot, and then I didn't see a cockroach. Flipped him over, no cockroach. So I reached my arm into there. There's the cockroach. I
Still
found
alive?
it. Yeah, screamed. Photographer does not turn around.
What?
Who is this guy? He's just
I flick the cockroach and then I kill it
a
with the
stone.
PVC pipe.
Gosh.
And then, well, he's business minded. He's doing.
This guy's the worst. What if there was a fire?
Yeah. What if I was dying?
Yeah.
What if you were actually in trouble and not
What
just
if I-
like goofing off
What
with
if
a
I was?
cockroach?
Yeah. What if I was choking
Never
and I
hire
just
this guy
asphyxiated
again.
myself? So
Or maybe hire him every
Then-
time.
Because what if you have to get naked in the same room?
So I then, after throwing the cockroach, put my pants back on and just went back to work. And he didn't even know. So technically, that was embarrassing, but I think
For no
embarrass-
reason.
I thought I was going to be embarrassed, but after it was all said and done and he didn't see anything, I was like, I was embarrassed for nothing.
It was just like a fun story about you
Yeah.
whipping out your ding dong in the middle of a photography
Yeah.
studio
And mind you, I was in my
and
20s.
running around with a PVC pipe, whacking the ground. And
Yeah.
It's like you were trying to get his attention.
Yeah, I was doing everything.
Screaming.
Yeah, if there's a naked person waving a pipe, you'd think that'd be the attention grabber, that you need to jog your memory. Hey, maybe I should glance over there. No, nothing.
No, he's just in his zone.
Yeah. And then, so really that was like a embarrassment avoided. Embarrassment noir. But the really embarrassing one that I did have, which doesn't take as long to describe, was when we went to an event with my high school. We all gathered together in a common meeting room, and all the moms got together, like the PTA, I guess you would call it, all made the kids before we left. Like they all had a little potluck counter, like a salad bar, but it was a burrito bar with like beans and cheese and meat and whatever. So I had like a 3-pound burrito on my plate, and I came back from talking to somebody and I had put my burrito on my seat. So when I turned around, I just had forgotten about it, and I sat right back down, and my chair was in the front row,
Oh.
and I was wearing light tan cargo pants.
Just stay there.
And
the
I
rest
just-
of the night. Wait for everybody to leave.
Just let the chair.
I just
get
stamped
picked up
this
with
thing.
you.
I annihilated it.
Oh.
So it goes all over my pants, and now my pants have beans all over the back of me.
Well, I mean, if you're wearing the tan pants and the tan beans, I mean,
Yeah.
were they pinto beans?
They were tan. They were brown beans.
Well, yeah, then you're fine. It just blends right in.
They definitely did not. They looked like a stool. So I'm just trapped there, and I have to now get to the men's room. As soon as I, in shock, stand back up, the person sitting immediately behind me points and laughs. So just to make sure everybody else saw.
We're in high school.
Yeah. Oh, I wanted to die.
He got a burrito on his pants.
Yeah, I can honestly say that having a cockroach within 6 inches of my business and running
Well,
around
you were
naked
clocked
holding
in.
a pipe. Yeah, that
So it
was
was your
less
business.
embarrassing than just sitting on a burrito that washed out.
That's amazing.
Yeah. What's your embarrassing moment? Top cockroach in pants.
No, I can never top someone running around naked.
I
A PVC
I still
pipe.
don't even believe that it's true. Like, that's how absurd it sounds.
He didn't believe me. He said, "Did that? When,
We need to
when
get
did
this
we
guy
do
on
that?"
the show.
I'll call him.
Just Skype him right now.
Yeah.
It's just Skype.
Get him on the horn.
Yeah.
I want to hear him.
I want to
goodness.
hear him say he didn't even know.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
really, I just don't even believe you. Like,
I don't believe you telling him.
Nobody else saw it. I can't. I have nothing. I can't. I
Well,
Does
can't.
he have security footage?
Thankfully, no one else saw it.
Yeah,
Oh my gosh.
that's
that would be the best security footage to get your hands on.
I'm surprised we haven't seen that on the news or something.
yeah. Like,
Insane person runs around naked in photography studio, hitting things with a PVC pipe.
Hitting his pants
yeah.
with a PVC
deranged man beats pants.
Okay, let's turn it into clickbait. This crazy man was hitting his pants with a PVC pipe. Click here to find out why.
Yeah, the difference is that clickbait would actually pay off to something mildly interesting.
Yeah.
Whereas most clickbait is like,
It's because
it was his
dusty.
jeans and they were dusty and
It's just like the
was
most
fine.
garbage nonsense article.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, I hate clickbait stuff.
I'm like, as soon as you read it, you're like, oh, this isn't good.
Well, that's why I follow. I don't know if I mentioned this before, but I follow on Facebook, and they just released their Twitter account as well. It's a Facebook page called Stop Clickbait, where they actually they just have people send them all those stupid, worthless clickbait articles, and they go read them, and then just link it to Facebook, and then above it they put they summarize it in like 3 words, and then they like say saved you 37 clicks, or like it was a dog saved you 37 clicks. Like, it's like, oh gosh, that's where that article's heading. I can't to see
Next.
the
next,
title
next.
and what it actually is right next to each other. You're like, that's
Yeah. And then
Wow.
most of the clickbait clickbait articles
Mm-hmm.
aren't even a responsive website, so you have to like pinch to zoom, and then they have all these pop-up ads, so you can't even get to the next button.
yeah, and
Oh.
and the next button, it's like 1 word per page. You have to hit next to get through the whole
Yeah,
article.
like click to read how Christmas was saved by this old grandma.
But that's why
Next,
I really
next,
like
next.
Safari's. I think it's called Reader View.
Mhm.
Hey, do you know about that?
Mm-mm.
So in Safari, both on your Mac and on iPhones, they have something called Reader View, where it works with most websites. You can click it, and it'll go get the whole article and just kind of summarize it onto one little strip that you can read through, and it like gets away all the ads, and it'll even go through and click all the next buttons for you, basically, and just get all the important stuff from all the other page and just make it one nice article for you to sit there and read.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah, I love it.
Stuff Steve
Reader
Jobs
view.
developed.
Yeah,
Reader
just
View.
things that are good about Apple products.
The more you know.
Come on, one of you guys try and like. I need somebody else to chime in with something that's not.
I just
me.
have.
wishing I
I've
was
been
dead.
sitting here thinking during your story, like, when was I? I can't think of any time I've ever felt like that embarrassment feeling. Like, I've had like dreams where I was feeling embarrassed, like the dream that I was
nothing during high school where you were embarrassed and you were trying to like do something fun and you fell and face planted in front of all your friends, or nothing even close.
No, I was really good at all that stuff.
Just
all the
try.
time.
Use your brain. Start with one that we might consider. I just don't have anything. I'm just too cool.
One time, okay, here. This is the literal best I could come up with. It's the only thing that I remember as an embarrassing thing that happened to me. I don't know if I just brush it off afterwards and forget about it or what, but every Valentine's Day, well, I guess I'll rewind a little bit. We were homeschooled. For some of us, all of our elementary through high school careers, and some of us less than that. But anyway, we were homeschooled. And every Valentine's Day, we would go to a place called Skate Express, which is like an ice skating rink inside, but rollerblades and not ice skates. And it smells like dirty socks.
And it's warm instead of cold.
It smells like a warm, wet, dirty sock all the time.
Yeah, but it was like really fun. And I was probably, I don't know,
8.
Sure, 8.
That's a good age.
That's exactly how old I was.
That's exactly how 8 on. It was his birthday.
Yep.
It was
that day.
It was his 8-year-old.
It was my birth
birthday.
hour.
Yeah.
And I was skating around, doing some laps around the little Skate Express rink.
As you tend to do, since that's the only thing to do.
That's what you do there. I mean, you could
Is
skate
make
over
laps.
to the little arcade and try to play the racing games in
But you do
roller
laps.
skates, but hitting the brakes kind
primary
of hard.
activity.
Yeah, the primary activity is doing laps around the Skate Express roller rink, and that's it. That sums up your day.
That sounds pretty embarrassing.
But there's always that one annoying guy.
So I was doing the laps, and I was going around, and I remember I was trying to go fast, probably to impress some girl, who knows at the time.
yeah.
I was trying to go like real fast to be the cool guy, and I was coming around the turn, the far turn, and my left skate slipped out from under me. And I just lost traction on that skate. Like, you know how you could usually push off as you're skating, like push off right, push off left. I went to push off left, and that whole skate just shot out from under me, and it hit the deck because at that point I was moving too fast to recover.
Yeah.
Wait, you lost the skate?
No. Like
His foot flew out from under
my
him.
foot flew.
Yeah.
And then I fell.
His body
I went kind
followed
of
the
forward and kind of tumbled and rolled, and I feel like everybody laughed at me, and it was very embarrassing for a little bit of time. And then I kind of got up, and I kind of banged up my knees when I fell, at least my right knee. I remember kind of having
Because
to.
that was sliding along, just dragging your skin off on the rubber.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was just like, ouch. And then everybody was laughing because it was funny because I fell and hurt myself, and everybody's a jerk in the world.
Do you remember the time that you hit your head on the table? Or?
Yeah. That was not at Skate Express. That was
No.
at Pizza Zone.
Yeah.
I believe I was 5. And I remember it very, very well. It's probably the earliest memory I have.
Ouch.
We were at Pizza Zone, and I had a token to go play a game. And a token could actually play a game back then.
Just one.
Just one token
One
could
token,
get you
not
one
20.
game. You didn't need 4 tokens to play the claw game. So I had a token, and I was going to go play my game. And I believe it was also Valentine's Day. It was like before we went to Skate Express, we went to Pizza Zone like 1 year or something.
Yeah.
I just remember like all the little bags you went and dropped the Valentine cards in. And I dropped my token in like a crowd of people, and I was like hunting around, like crawling on the ground, standing up, looking through legs, like trying to find this token because it was
The last one.
And then I see it. It's 10 feet from me. Yeah, so I bob and weave to get through the people kind of running towards it so no one steals it before I get there.
Yeah. Now, mind
And
you, Josiah had
then-
a really big head as a child.
Still do.
60% of his body mass.
Enormous noggin.
Yeah.
My hat size, literally,
Yeah.
literally my hat size is 8 1/4, which is just massive for anybody that knows about hat sizes.
Now you
Squint your eyes. It was like a birthday balloon on a string.
Now,
That was
that
Josiah
helps
running
you
around.
locate who's Josiah on the podcast logo.
Oh, yes, on the logo.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
the one with the yellow man with the big head. I think I'm
Yeah.
on the right. I'm not sure. Anyway, I see it 10 feet away from me. I make a beeline, bobbing and weaving through some people, ducking, doing some barrel rolls and stuff. And then I get to it, and I just start to bend down to grab that thing. And right as I move to bend down to grab it, like also in full sprint mode to make sure nobody steals it, I am immediately just floored, just whack my head on something, and I'm on my back. I ran straight into the corner of a table.
Oh.
And I just remember like hitting that, landing on my back, and then like reaching up because I was like, ouch, that hurt. What did I hit? Reaching up and touching my forehead.
Oh.
And like looking at my hand, and there was like blood on my hand. I was like, oh boy, this isn't good.
I've hurt myself.
And then I was like screaming and crying because I was a little baby. And then, and then my mom comes and we go get in the car and go to the emergency room and I get stitches, But
So that's why you cracked your skull open, was because you wanted a token.
yeah,
That whole I thought you just like were running just because you were running.
no,
And
there was a token that I dropped and it was under a table and I wanted it.
The whole goal, the reason you had to go to the
25 cents.
emergency room
25 cents.
was a token.
25 cents.
Wow.
I could have asked mother for a quarter.
Mm-hmm.
And if she knew the future, she would have given me 2.
Mm-hmm. She would have said, "Here, don't smack your head.
Have
Please
a
don't
backup.
smack your head. Have this whole dollar."
Don't ruin the day over your stupid token."
But when I was in my car seat and I was like holding an ice pack to my forehead and we were about to go to the hospital, one of the Pizza Zone employees ran out and gave me like, I think it was a medium-sized teddy bear
Yeah, it was
from the prize counter. He's like, "Here, please don't sue us."
yeah. Here you go.
That was before suing
Feel
was
better.
popular.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was sad that a kid was crying and hurt.
Yeah, he was probably just trying to help.
He was a
and,
nice old man and
being nice. But
yeah.
yeah, it was cool. I still have that bear in Mom and Dad's attic, I think. It still exists somewhere.
It still exists.
Yeah. So
Oh, jeez.
that wasn't very embarrassing. It was scary, but I guess I don't have very good luck with Valentine's Days.
Well, jeez. So that's how
Yeah,
we've
me
embarrassed
neither.
ourselves. Jordan, what are ways we could avoid embarrassment?
Oh my gosh. You know where we have to go?
I have a guess.
Oh no, I'm afraid to ask.
You
Go-
know where we have to go?
No.
Well, the source of everything useful in the universe.
WikiHow.
WikiHow.
We got to see what they have to say about
Great.
this.
So WikiHow has some great information for us on how to
Great
is the title?
information.
How to deal with an embarrassing moment. And there is, let's see, part 1 of 3. Part 1, it's responding when you're embarrassed. All right. What's step 1 of responding when you're embarrassed?
That word didn't come out right. Apologize.
Was that a word, Jordan? Did you
when
make it?
appropriate?
Did you make a word, Jordan?
For example,
that was like a
if
mouth.
you called her by the wrong name, you might say something like, "I'm really sorry about that. I've been really worried about Sarah lately. I guess she's just on my mind a lot right now."
Oh my gosh, if you just say the wrong name, you have to leave and not talk for like a week because
The funny
You
thing
obviously care more about Sarah. than
yeah,
you
if
care
the
about
wrong
me.
girl's name comes out, oh,
this is a guy in the picture. Like
Yeah.
he's talking to a guy and he just called her Sarah. Or
Yeah.
him, Sarah, him, her, huh?
yeah. And he doesn't have a handprint on one side of his face. No, he's talking to another guy.
Yeah, that's what I just said.
That's what Jordan said.
Okay, sorry.
Rewind.
Sorry. He's talking to a guy. Why would that other guy care? Like the other guy would be like, "Dude, I'm a guy.
Hey,
I don't care."
John
Yeah.
here.
Yeah. Like, if you're talking to a girl and you say the wrong girl's name, that's a problem.
That's-
You're-
You just at that point
That's bad.
take this real choice piece of advice, turn around, and just leave.
yeah, just walk.
Just go home. Try again tomorrow.
Yeah.
like your day is done.
yeah, just
Go home. Go to
that's
bed.
the end of the day.
Yep. At
Do
9 a.m.
not try to recover.
Doesn't matter. Go
Yeah.
home. Turn around.
Yeah.
Get back in bed.
So-
If it's early enough in the day, you might be able to wake up again that same day and like start over, take another shower, restart your day. But at that point, your day is over.
So our first piece of advice for WikiHow is do not attempt recovery.
Yep.
Just leave.
Just
The
Number
second-
two?
Number 2?
Just laugh it off.
yeah. Like if you hurt somebody's feelings and they're crying,
that's
or you
not-
just chopped off their little finger,
No,
then
I'm just going to go ahead and read their
just
example.
laugh it
That's
off.
that's not embarrassment. You just hurt somebody's feelings.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, so the WikiHow example. For example, if you spilled mustard all over your shirt and you're feeling embarrassed about it, you might say, "Now all I need is a giant hot dog."
So basically,
How could you laugh at that joke, though?
Make a bad joke, and then you still have mustard all over you, and then just go about your day as normal.
Yep.
Like, just start walking around
So
with
like,
mustard
if
covering
you have a cockroach in your pants, just laugh it off. Just be like, hop, 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 hop. Like a cockroach.
Okay, so number 3, WikiHow finally starts to catch up with it, catch up with us, which they say quickly move past it. People have short attention spans. Just about everybody today has either ADD, ADHD, attention deficit disorder, attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, or some other mental disorder that doesn't allow you to pay attention to anything for longer than a second.
That's not what it says, but it's accurate.
Yep.
There is no need to draw the moment out for a long time, change the subject, fluid the focus of attention, or do something different. Avoid apologizing excessively if you did something embarrassing that requires an apology. So there you go. Don't linger on it, and just keep right on going.
Like if you call Matt, Sarah, just be like, oh, sorry, bro, and then move on.
Yeah, and then just start talking about something else. Just keep the stream of consciousness going.
Number 6.
If I've learned anything about saying things that I should be embarrassed about saying, it's just keep right on walking. Do not even acknowledge that it was said. Like if they try to bring it back up, well, did you just, and then just keep talking about something. Just keep going.
I didn't say that word.
Don't look back.
Number 6, I'm going to skip down to that one because it's getting ridiculous.
It's a really good one.
Breathe.
Just breathe. Inhale
Just
for
breath.
5 seconds through your nose.
If you can feel
Then
your face.
exhale for 5 seconds.
Your
Touch
heart may
through
be
your
racing.
mouth.
Touch
you may
the back
feel
of your
hot.
ankle
You
to
may
the
be
side of your
upset.
head.
Something
So when you call
embarrassing
Matt
can lead
Sarah,
to this.
just stop what you're doing immediately and just
And then exhale really, really deeply into his face. Just be like,
and then he'll be like,
dude, why did you just
why did you call me
breath?
Sarah and then breath all over me?
Yeah,
you
why-
have stinky breath, and that's
Yeah.
embarrassing.
Yeah.
Why
You
did
should
you
be
just
embarrassed about
whisper
that.
into my ear after you called me Sarah?
And then
Like,
he's going to say you have stinky breath.
Yeah.
So then you'll have to breathe again about your breath.
yeah, you'll be embarrassed about the
my
And it's
gosh.
just this endless cycle of like
Yeah.
being embarrassed about your stinky breath now. 'Cause you
addressing
breath.
your thoughts and feelings. Feelings don't exist. Don't address your thoughts and feelings.
We'll
Okay,
get
moving
into
on
that
from that
another
one.
day.
Skip that one.
Distract yourself.
Distract yourself.
So
if
you
you're
just
embarrassed,
yourself.
go read a book.
Go
play
crawl
video
up
games.
into a corner.
Yeah. So go run and hide.
Yeah.
So here's what you do. If you embarrass yourself, Justin, just look down at your phone and start playing the game.
Yeah. Just be like,
Oh, hey, Sarah. Oh.
yeah. So if I
gotta go.
spill,
No,
a
he doesn't
gallon,
move. He doesn't
Just-
move. He just looks down and starts playing the game.
So let's hypothetical situation. I'm helping my wife make breakfast, and I have the
I
gallon
like
of
that
milk on
that's
the counter.
hypothetical.
Hypothetical. let's say that I hypothetically help with anything ever. So I bring out a gallon of milk and put it on the counter. It spills all over. Milk is going everywhere. I immediately dive for my phone and start playing a video game.
Wait, is this hypothetical?
Well, okay.
I can't tell.
In this
And that saves
hypothetical
me from
universe,
embarrassment.
what video game would you dive for?
I would probably dive for, I'm thinking either my notes app or possibly my calendar.
Oh my gosh.
But you said a game. So
You
like-
wouldn't.
Oh, okay.
Would you dive for Hoppy Road or whatever?
No, I would definitely play Rodeo Stampede.
You still play that garbage?
Yeah, I
oh
do.
my gosh, that's
Okay.
so like.
So last
so
year.
the game
3
that I
weeks
said
ago.
I hated is really addictive.
Oh my gosh, I hate that
You
game.
catch all these animals and it's wonderful.
Well, how far are you? Are you in the jungle? Are you beyond the jungle?
I'm
He's so
past the
far.
jungle.
His
Wow.
zoo is giant.
I have an
for
enormous
those of you
zoo.
who actually played
Yeah,
along.
Sorry. So Rodeo Stampede is a game that
We've already talked about.
We've talked about
like,
this.
like 2.5 months ago, and
And he still plays it.
it's crack.
Move on.
All right. So, but that's how I would avoid
play
the
one
embarrassment.
from 2 weeks ago or whatever. I don't even remember what that was. I don't play that one anymore.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's
Justin,
see. Do they have any other real choice
Oh,
advice
here we go.
on
Here we go. Talk to a therapist.
Oh
So,
my goodness.
I embarrassed myself
Wait,
by
that's-
sitting on a burrito, so I need a therapist
that's
now.
such an expensive.
Yeah, I need to pay somebody
What?
$100 an hour to talk to about squashing a cockroach in my jeans. So when I was yesterday, I squashed a cockroach in my jeans holes.
Oh my gosh. so the next section 3 is navigating others' embarrassment. So it's like how to help them become not embarrassed. And it's so section 3.
Let's just have finished.
3 is don't make fun of that person.
What?
So like in the
That's
section
wait.
navigating others' embarrassment, listen to what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So section navigating others' embarrassment. How to help other people not become more embarrassed and just
when somebody else is
don't be a
embarrassed.
jerk.
Yeah. Don't point and laugh.
Like
wait, no.
this is the most obvious advice in the world.
That's pretty much the
Hold
only
on.
thing there is to
What are
do
you
with
so
somebody else
confused
is
about, Jordan?
embarrassed.
No. Because what if you're
No.
like not being a jerk or whatever? Don't be a jerk about it. But they're saying don't address it at all?
No, don't make fun of that person.
But I think that's the best way to help them get over it is if you make
No,
fun of them and
no.
tease them endlessly. There you go. You're helping
or the
them
next
learn.
one. The next one after that is just pretend you don't know what happened.
Yeah. Just keep shooting and pretend you never saw Justin run around naked with a pipe.
Yeah.
There you go. Maybe the photographer just read this article and just was pretending he didn't even know what happened. What? I didn't see that. Like, I'm running in front of the camera, people. Like, I'm...
Why did you... in front of the camera?
Yeah. And he's like, I didn't even know.
Gosh.
You want to read some of the comments?
Okay, so
From
here,
on WikiHow,
What's one of the
below
comments,
everything,
Jordan?
there's
Hit
a
me.
community of people that are trying to help other people
Yeah.
with specific
Yeah.
issues.
Oh, this one's so good.
Oh, here we go. Jordan, do it.
Yeah,
Light it
you
up.
do it. You do
Okay.
it.
What do I do if I fart in front of my crush?
Well, see, we already covered this one.
What was this, episode 2? Gosh, we've already been here. The answer said, if this person is really worth having a crush on, you might just want to laugh it off and say something like, dang burritos again.
You know, if this
Justin
person
sat
is
on the
worth
burrito.
having a crush on, but they don't really know you that well, and you let out like a rotting egg.
Mount St. Helens.
Yeah,
Oh, jeez.
like that's not something you could laugh off and go, ha 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 ha. No,
Dang burritos.
no, they're going to run away and say you've just unleashed a torrent of death. No way. Bad advice. Like,
Yeah,
just,
you should probably just
again, that's when you
just be
walk out of
done
the
with
room.
them.
Just that's when you
you're
walk,
not
you
not
end the day.
friends anymore with that person.
Yep, you never talk to them again. And then maybe 6 years down the road,
Try again.
yep, you are not allowed to talk to them for the next decade. Somebody asks, I cried all day long at school. How do I overcome this embarrassment?
Wait, all day long
All day long.
at school?
So you're sitting in
So
class.
from-
This better be a kindergartner.
You're doing laps in phys ed, and you're like,
No, this better be someone under the age of 5 commenting on the internet somehow.
Well, I mean, everybody has an iPhone now.
I know, but man, if you're crying at like college all day,
just sitting there, like, and then you go to your next class still crying.
Yeah.
Like, you don't just
Hashtag-
leave or anything. You're just-
Hashtag millennials.
like seriously.
Yeah, they're like-
this girl.
Yeah.
Wow.
Undo.
This
This individual.
person-
yeah, this human being, this gender nondescript humanoid.
What is that called? A cisgender?
Yes.
I don't know. I don't
Yeah.
want to
So-
go into that.
Remind,
too confusing.
and they tell him, they say, remind yourself that crying is normal, especially for 8 different classes in a row.
Hang on.
And
I think you
shows
have to
that
plug
you've
your
got
nose while you read
feelings.
this. It'll make it more accurate.
Yeah, this is the teacher responding.
Sorry.
Everyone has been in your position, and at some point in time, they will understand. Also,
I don't think
some
everyone.
people that find talking to friends or family members about their embarrassment helps them feel better.
I think that's
Wait.
how that person sounds.
Hey, Justin, I don't think everyone has been in this situation of crying all day long.
Well, I've never cried before, so
Yeah, okay. Guys, listen back from episode 1 till now, and you'll see how
I'm
much
pretty
Justin has
sure
cried.
he's talked about crying
but
in episode.
I'm just saying, like, for somebody to just keep going, like they're like, ooh, and then you weep into the next class, and the teacher doesn't say,
Oh,
like,
well-
you sit up
well,
front,
look
right in
at
front of your
this.
teacher.
Look at
What?
this. Look at the date on it. It's like it's the day after Trump got elected.
What? No,
I
you're
cried
joking.
all
No,
day.
no, you're not serious.
I know that's a joke.
I
but
was like,
it's-
there's no date. Dang it. You got me.
gotcha.
Oh, it was in the deleted scenes of the comment.
Yeah.
Deleted scenes of the comment.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness. Well, that was helpful on how not to...
Yeah, I'm so glad WikiHow has enriched our lives.
Oh
my
gosh,
gosh.
the most garbage website ever.
but they're so helpful.
Yep.
WikiHow to do anything. Or to
WikiHow to WikiHow.
do nothing.
Oh my gosh, is there a WikiHow on how to use WikiHow?
Oh my gosh.
I don't-
Can we create that?
I don't want to go so deep into WikiHow.
I think
We
that's
might get stuck.
I think that's like Inception. Maybe that's how you access the deep web.
Wiki
That's
how to
question.
wiki
How to wiki how. Wiki how to do anything.
How to do
how
anything.
to-
Oh my gosh, they have a how to do anything.
oh my gosh.
How to
Wow,
exist.
the first picture under how to do anything is
How to get 6-pack abs.
yeah.
Like if
And
you're
it's just like really ripped white guy,
yeah,
just like doing some crunches for days.
basically they've decided, WikiHow has decided in their infinite knowledge that the single piece of knowledge that anybody
Under
needs
how to do anything.
yeah, get 6-pack. Like
If you don't have a 6-pack, just go home and cry yourself to sleep.
yep, if you don't have
That's why I
6-pack,
never cry.
you have not started life yet.
Well, I guess I also never cry.
You don't have a 6-pack.
I have a 8-pack because I am very in shape.
Yeah, here's just oh my gosh.
Are there?
All right, so
Are there any?
So I Josiah, I feel smarter for that. I will never be embarrassed again.
I'm going to move on now, if that's all right with everyone.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Moving on.
This week, I actually have an app of the week. I had one last week, but we didn't get to it because of reasons that we've already talked about.
Sorry.
Reasons that we won't talk about.
Yeah. So anyway, this week's app of the week is not a game, surprisingly.
Hip hip.
Hooray!
Hooray!
That wasn't my doing. I was forced to not do a game this week. So anyway.
Oh no. Change is bad.
I don't
So,
know whose idea that was.
This week's app of the week is Google Photos. And I know that sounds like a very obvious app to some people, but I have found that a lot of people come to me with a problem. They're like, "Hey, Josiah, you are the smart about technologies."
He's not that smart.
And like my phone, I have all these pictures on it, but
pictures.
it's like so full. How do I back up my picture? Like, how can I plug my pictures into my computer and download them and back them up that way? And I'm like,
But wait.
yes,
But wait.
but nobody actually has a computer anymore. Everybody just carries around their phones.
No, you just don't have a USB port on your computer to back it up to.
Oh yeah, you just can't actually plug your computer into
I don't
your
have a
phone
USB
anymore.
port.
Wait, Josiah, can't I just pay 99 cents a month to Apple so they stop telling me that my phone iCloud storage is full?
Yeah, but that's not even unlimited storage or anything.
That's
It's
but-
only
So
some.
is there a way I could not pay 99 cents
Yes.
a month?
I have that way.
Whoa.
Go get the Google Photos app, and you could back up unlimited high-resolution photos to a pre-existing Google account, so like your Gmail account or whatever. You just log in, and it just backs everything up. All of your photos, all of your videos, unlimited amounts.
Did
and then
you say unlimited?
I
Again?
did. So many.
For how much
There
a month?
is no limit. For free a month.
For free?
For free. Every month you pay $0 for this service.
Wait, Jordan, I want to do one.
And as soon you just go and you back it up, and as soon as it's done backing up, you just go delete like the last year of photos on your phone and free up so many gigabytes.
That's neat.
I'll actually have room on my phone for a text message?
Yeah.
Wow, now I could blow up my friends with various funny gifts.
Yeah.
But where did these dang it, I messed up that one. But where did these pictures go?
Onto Google's servers.
Is that okay?
Google servers, that sounds like the cloud.
Isn't that the same as
The
the cloud?
Oh my gosh, don't even get me started on the cloud. The cloud is just any computer that's outside of your, gosh, this is a big word for some people, LAN.
Local area network.
Yeah, so if you're accessing a hard drive outside and you have to go through the internet to access that hard drive, suddenly you're in the cloud. Boom.
But doesn't Apple own the cloud?
Nope. Please stop.
I'm sorry.
This is making me mad. I hate it when people are like, how do I access the cloud?
I'm just answering everybody's questions.
I'm just like,
I'm
gosh,
asking
the cloud
them for
is
them.
just anything. I have a cloud. Jordan, you have a cloud.
I have a cloud.
It's raining
everybody's-
outside. We all have a cloud.
Everybody's computer is part of the cloud.
We are the big cloud.
Your computer, if you try to access your desktop when you're at work, you're accessing the cloud. Anyway, so yeah, that's my app of the week.
Yay!
Go get it. Free up some space on your phone. It's super good because you just gain so much space by not having it. having your phone filled up with pictures from 3 years ago.
Can I print the pictures still?
Go get Groovebook.
That's another app or something?
That's another app.
Okay.
Do you want to know about that one? I could do that one real quick.
Nope.
Okay.
Yay.
Yeah, that's the app of the week.
Yay.
Go get it. Try it out if you need space on your phone. And I'm sure they have it for Android and all that other stuff that nobody uses.
Well, it's
All that
Google,
other
and
stuff that
Google
nobody uses.
is Android, right?
Yeah.
So I think they would have it.
Well, because
for-
Alphabet owns Google and Alphabet owns Android. So
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
What's Alphabet?
Alphabet is
What?
Google's parent company.
It goes. It says A, B, C, D. They actually tried to register A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, all the letters,
Uh-huh.
and somebody already owned it.
Nice.
Like
That
Volkswagen
person's really
or
smart.
Volvo or a car maker already owned A, B, C, D, E, F, G, all the letters of the alphabet.
HIJKMLP
Yeah.
QRSTUVWXYZ.com.
I kind of wish I would have done that, but I probably wasn't alive then.
Yeah.
Yeah, it probably got picked up real soon.
Somebody else had that, and you go on to that address, and it's kind of a lame website.
Just I like your app of the week.
Thanks.
It's super helpful.
Yeah.
Thanks. You should go get it and free up some space on your phone.
I really
Justin.
should. I should stop paying Apple 99 cents a month
You
to
actually pay for that service?
yeah, to make
Wow.
bad products.
You're supporting
I know.
getting rid of
Badness.
features.
I'm sorry. Forgive me, everyone.
Anyway, we need
Yeah.
to stop revisiting that stupid Apple getting rid of their features nonsense.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Sorry.
It's like
Maybe-
every episode.
When they stop, we stop.
Maybe
Yeah.
we should add that to the contract.
I thought that was part of the contract.
Oh, okay.
Did I misread that part?
Yeah. Because whenever you don't hear us gripe about Apple, it's in the deleted scenes. So
All right, so this week, Justin is going to trash.
Wait, no.
I
It's
guess that's
great
not-
movies.
Great movies that Justin
Justin
hates. But I don't even know that we can consider this a great movie.
I liked it.
No,
So-
I'm actually just saying I don't know. I've never seen this.
Okay,
Oh,
so here's a
dang it.
metric. Let me give you a metric for X-Men Apocalypse, Josiah.
What's a metric?
A measurable piece of data.
Is this like something you ride like in the middle of the freeway?
Yes.
Like a train?
Metro.
Yeah.
Oh,
Mick.
metric. Metric.
So here's
I hope that makes the final.
so the in the movie Apocalypse. Okay, so they spent $178 million to make Apocalypse, and it only made worldwide just over $500 million. Do you know how much Star Wars Episode 7 made?
Let's not compare anything
Oh, okay.
to Star
Sorry.
Wars Episode 7.
Okay, let's compare it to Deadpool. Here.
I know it's our
Okay,
Episode 7, but
the X-Men Apocalypse is the third. It's the final end of this little days. The backflash or the flashback. The prequel X-Men's. This is the third one in the series. It cost. Its domestic gross was less than it cost. $178 million to make. It only made domestically $155 million. So
Okay, but then look at how much it made foreign.
How much in
but
the world?
Okay, so worldwide, it made $543 million.
So they profited like $400 million on this movie.
okay.
But by
That's not-
comparison,
that doesn't
wait,
sound very bad.
Wait. But
Hang on, you can't say wait. You have to let me say things every
by
once in a while.
comparison, Deadpool cost about $58 million, okay, and it made $800 million.
Okay.
okay.
So
I mean, it was
Deadpool-
still a massively profitable movie.
No,
So,
so X-Men,
let's-
you look at it, and just by money, obviously you could tell that something in this movie wasn't interesting enough to go see, and
Well,
it cost a lot.
I mean, it's an X-Men movie in the past 10 years. They've all been garbage.
So here's why all those people didn't go see this movie. Okay, Josiah, have you seen this movie?
no, I already
Spoilers.
said I haven't seen this movie.
Okay, so here's why. So yeah, spoilers to come.
Yep.
Got it.
So they toss in all these characters. They make Apocalypse. They start with him in the past, and if you
Wait,
don't
in
know
the future or the
Hang
past?
on. Wait. Just so I know what we're talking about.
go ahead.
Where in the impossible to trace X-Men universe timeline does this movie fall?
This movie falls
Beginning,
according.
middle, and after.
What this movie happens after the one that just came out before this one,
Days of Future Past?
So basically, at the end of Days of Future Past, when he came back and had reset the timeline,
Okay, when they had just erased all of the other movies that they've ever done and just
Undo.
decided to ignore them.
they Days of Future Past set up so that I think right after he fixed everything in the past, It picks up right after the past events in Days of Future Past, not the future events of Days of Future Past. So it happens. Okay, here, let me. The first X-Men movie, the first prequel, was called First Class. Okay, this movie takes 10 years after First Class. There, I did it.
So this movie takes place 10 years after First Class.
Yes.
Which is...
Fun fact for everyone.
Oh, gosh. The X-Men timeline is the worst movie timeline.
I didn't know Deadpool was part of the X-Men.
Wow.
Deadpool is part of the X-Men.
I just found that out when I looked up the timeline for X-Men movies, and it has Deadpool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Have you seen Deadpool?
Okay.
Deadpool's actually good. It's better than this one.
So it goes Here's the timeline I'm being given by Google. X-Men.
Okay.
X2.
Okay, that makes
X-Men
sense.
Last Stand.
Wait. Is that X3?
No, yeah, The
Okay.
Last Stand.
Cool.
X-Men Origins Wolverine.
Okay, I'm with you still.
Okay.
This
you
is
remember?
a timeline of movie releases, not timeline.
Well,
because-
they could have been just releasing them chronologically.
No, okay. First Class happens in the 70s, and the original 3 X-Men movies happen in the 2000s.
Oh yeah, we
and
need
this
a
movie happens in
chronological timeline. Not,
This movie happens in the 90s. First Class or in the late 80s, and this movie
Okay. So
and then the
all right.
original X-Men happened in the 2000s. So
Well,
this is
here's the thing, Justin. Then I have to start at the Wolverine.
okay. It's too confusing.
It
Let's not
is.
even try.
I was just giving you all the X-Men movies, and now when I
yeah.
tried to timeline them,
Here's everybody's homework. Go look up this convoluted Zack Snyder timeline for X-Men because it makes no sense to anybody. It might.
and that's why
like
X-Men is
what
bad.
happened to Professor X after X3? He got disintegrated into molecules. The next movie in the timeline would have been Days of Future Past.
It's
And he's
before.
just
It's
there.
a prequel.
What?
He wasn't disintegrated yet. Okay, when he got disintegrated by Phoenix, that was in like 2010.
Okay.
In the
2006.
Days of Future Past was after that.
in First Class,
Which First Class was before X1. I understand
Yes.
that. Days of Future Past, when they're in the last days of
yes.
time,
Okay.
and there's all the Sentinels trying to kill them, and Professor X is just there after X3 when he got disintegrated.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
Okay, thank
you. So this continues with the nonsense making.
With Apocalypse.
Yeah. So they go out of their way. Oscar Isaac is a fantastic actor, and they go out of their way to make him boring. He does nothing but complain. This is Oscar Isaac. They put a bunch of reverb on his voice, and he goes, "We'll tear down the governments." And then he kind of struggles for adjectives or additional words. He's like, the systems. He says it like 4 times throughout the movie, where he can't find this crescendo of a speech to it's the least inspiring and least interesting rant. He's like, "We'll tear down the stacks of blocks that young children have in their room." So he rants endlessly about nothing. Okay. And then every horseman that he picks up, are you guys familiar with the Apocalypse story?
The 3 Horsemen?
He always gets 4 horsemen of his apocalypse.
Let's
okay?
pretend like I'm not.
And every time he gets these 4, so this time he chooses 4 horsemen, and he chooses Magneto and Storm, who is young and wasn't with Professor X yet.
Yep.
And so all of his horsemen this time that he chooses, all he does, he spends, I think it's about 20 minutes of movie time, Josiah, using his magic powers, his mutant powers, to make a cool costume appear on them and make their haircuts cool.
No. He gave them better powers.
No. He's standing next to Angel Man. So he recruits Angel Man for no reason.
Yeah.
He's like, "Come with me, my angel."
He made his wings out of metal instead of just a wing.
And
That's
then,
cool.
So
he healed him, too.
I like metal wings.
So after that, you watch Oscar Isaac for 5 minutes draw new costume onto Angel Man, so they all look like horsemen of the apocalypse. He spends screen time that's like a significant portion of the movie.
I wonder why he
costuming
chose to use his screen time on that.
Oh, okay. So he stops it dead, either preaching endlessly about how lame the world has become, or how everybody he gives his whole team a mohawk. He Okay,
Is that true?
Psylocke, who does nothing but make laser beam swords, is one of his horsemen. That's all she does is make laser beam swords. Whereas
Does she like throw them at people?
nothing. They just
she does
protrude out of her
She does a
arm.
whip too, right?
Yeah, she's a ninja that can make an energy blade. That's it.
She's Wonder Woman of
My
Marvel.
D&D character can do that.
So the horsemen are unimpressive. They say nothing. I think Storm has one line of dialogue in this movie. If you're a horseman of the apocalypse, you get no dialogue. So none of them are empathetic. None of them have any expressions. And then if you look at the character of Scott, who characteristically in every X-Men movie has been the least interesting character, Scott Summers. So what they do is they get a less attractive budget Andy Samberg to play Scott, and he's basically working overtime in this movie to bro himself in every scene. He, like, one of his friends says, well, I've never been to a mall. Well, that's a matter of national pride. And then he flips up his collar right in front of him, like big giant 90s guy. And he's like, well, we're going to go do this. Because every time Jean walks into the screen, Scott has to go out of his way to be like, hey, look how macho I am. I'm like, oh my gosh.
Was it the 90s or was it
It's,
like
I think they said it was the 90s.
in a
It's the
galaxy
90s.
far,
I
far
think
away?
this is like New Year's Day 1990.
Yeah, it's the 90s. It's pretty.
So,
either way.
But besides all of that,
Oh.
like if you had to pick out one thing that was wrong with this movie that made you upset,
Well, then, so
One
he spends all this time preaching. Basically, the movie goes out of its way to not pay itself off. We talk about how powerful Apocalypse is, and we see him do stuff, but most of the damage is just caused by Magneto doing magnetic stuff.
which
And
is so cool. I've
so-
always wanted to see him like move planets.
Okay,
and stuff.
here's the problem with this movie is we see Apocalypse. The most impressive thing he ever does is block his own horsemen from attacking him when they turn on him. Like Magneto threatens to tear the whole world apart with magnetic powers, and Storm makes a big giant storm everywhere, and then Psylocke makes a laser sword, and then stupid wing Angel Man shoots metal feathers. He shoots metal feathers, I think 2 times, and then dies in a plane crash. So because
Forgot about that.
he's an earlier version of a character that they release in later X-Men movies. This one has to die because it's not the same guy, because he would be too old to fit in the continuity. So they So we have all these continuity problems. We have Apocalypse, who's boring. And was that?
Are you happy that they did the X-Men Undo? Like, are you happy that they're still making movies? Or
I love, Apocalypse is my favorite comic book villain of all time, and he did nothing interesting. Like in the only time we see him do something cool is when he's inside of Professor X's mind. That's it. And then he makes a shield. Oh, he teleports. Like, okay, you teleport and you have a shield. He spends up until the last 20 minutes of the movie, he's still recruiting horsemen, and he's like, come with me.
So
And
he's just
we'll
really
do
good at
cool
making
stuff.
other people powerful.
Yeah. So he walks in, he's like, you should be my friend. And they're like, oh, really? Okay.
That's-
And then they go with him for no reason.
that's a better voice. Thank you.
Oh.
Something, dark side.
that he's Darth, he's the evil emperor. Like, he's like,
You should be evil now.
But at least the Emperor can like shoot lightning out of his hands.
yeah. But okay, so Apocalypse melted a gun with his hands, but essentially Apocalypse, who's the most powerful and first mutant ever, Josiah, did nothing.
Wait. He's the first mutant.
He's
ever?
the first mutant. He was
No.
born 5,000 years ago.
No, he's not.
He was born 5,000 years ago. He's the first mutant.
Then how are the other mutants made?
So he was like around when the dinosaurs were around?
5,000. Yeah, he was around with the dinosaurs around.
Wow. Who borned him?
Wait, how did he
a dinosaur.
survive? How did he survive?
He's a
the
dinosaur
meteor?
baby?
Did he kill all the dinosaurs?
Is that where the dinosaurs
Oh my
went?
gosh, he killed all the dinosaurs, and that's why we have no dinosaurs today because of Apocalypse.
Because of
But
Apocalypse.
thankfully, the X-Men went in the past and the future, and destroyed Apocalypse. So now we don't have dinosaurs or Apocalypse.
Yes.
I do remember actually seeing that scene where Apocalypse, it's like a flashback to when he was born. He was born a baby back in the prehistoric era when there was dinosaurs around, and he just yells really loud, and all the dinosaurs just die because he was a little baby screaming. And he had like
he says, "We'll
supersonic
tear down the systems."
Well, he
And
didn't
then-
say it quite like that because he was a baby. He was more like,
bores all of the dinosaurs to death. They are bored to death, and that's how the dinosaurs
yeah,
die.
it's in the bonus scenes. Go check it out.
Yeah.
Well, that's a good enough reason why it's bad, but I still liked it.
I love Apocalypse in the comics and in the 90s. Did you ever watch the 90s show?
Sure.
What was the soundtrack
Apocalypse-
for that?
Da-na-na-na-na-na.
Oh yeah, I watched that one.
Yep.
Okay, so that Apocalypse is horrifying. He's frightening. Like, he has a ship as big as a city, and he can grow and shoot laser beams. Like, when you see Apocalypse, you're like, we're gonna die. But here, you're like,
It's like seeing Dr. Robotnik coming.
yeah. Here, he's like,
What?
I can make a force field. Come with me if you want to live. That's what he is. He has the personality of Terminator. Terminator, not Tomb Raider. He
You
has
said Terminator. You're
yeah,
good.
and he has. Oh, they could have done so much better. I just wanted it so bad, and they ruined my movie.
But he could still be alive.
There, yeah, thank you. You know how I complain about mirror matches all the time? Apocalypse, not a mirror match. But they
Yay.
wasted it.
I mean, if you consider mutants against mutants.
Oh, and in the end, he hands Magneto a new helmet, more costuming. All of his powers. He's like, I made you clothes. Like, go watch the movie again.
Look at
Half
his
of his
sweet
powers
helmet.
are used giving people costume parts
But those are his
and
friends.
haircuts.
They're his friends.
That's what they wasted Apocalypse on.
You're supposed to give your friends cool stuff, and he made friends.
His gifts. He's
trying-
Santa.
he's
They
trying
turned
to
Apocalypse
impress his
into
friends.
Santa.
He's trying to impress his friends.
He's like-
he read the WikiHow article.
I'm done. I'm done. I can't do it anymore. They ruined him. I'm sorry.
Oh, goodness.
Well,
They ruined Apocalypse.
who's ready?
We're all ready.
We're all ready.
Because really, we're not even done yet.
No,
We're just getting started.
we're just getting started.
Who's ready for the next round of ASMR Roulette?
Dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun.
All right, so ready? Here we go. Let me pull up the YouTubes real quick. And
Wait. Are we going to guess a theme that we don't think? Because I was thinking about this on the way home. Are we going to guess one that we don't think will be an ASMR video?
that's the game.
Okay.
Yep.
That's the rules. So
right.
I say ASMR. Remember how this works?
Yep.
So I pull up YouTube on the iPad. I say the word
Wait, hold on.
ASMR,
Give me a second.
and then you both shout out something, and we'll probably do both of them tonight.
Got it.
Just kind of jam through them. And the goal is to get one. Let's make it a reasonable goal.
Yep.
Okay.
Because we're going to watch the number one video on whatever we search. And let's say the goal is to either get one that doesn't exist or
It doesn't exist.
So hard.
or under, let's say under 5,000 views, which is
no,
basically
it doesn't
non-existent.
exist. If you
Whoa.
can't find it, no, just if it doesn't exist,
I
you
don't
win.
even believe that exists.
Okay, here,
I don't
I have
believe-
one that
yeah.
I don't think
Okay,
exists.
ready?
Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1. ASMR
Hardware.
I think you guys said the same word.
No, we
No,
didn't.
I said hardware.
I said farmer.
Okay, let's
Like a
start
handyman.
Let's start with farmer.
Again,
I like that
saying
one.
it at
Okay,
the
so
same
ASMR farmer.
I like farmer. It's.
It's gonna be there.
It's-
Oh, yeah, there it is.
Hello.
I kind of.
Okay, here we go. Here we go.
I've been out on the...
Farm Fresh Produce ASMR is what the title of the video is.
Oh,
It's an hour long. ASMR farmer. Here we go.
I like tomatoes.
Hang on. Don't talk over it. You got to be able to hear the ASMR.
Hello. I hope you're doing well.
Oh. This is actually the deepest ASMR video I've ever heard.
Farm Fresh Produce ASMR.
I wonder what he's going to
Where
talk about.
He's not whispering.
Obviously can see
I have to whisper phrase.
I have selected some of Mother Nature's.
Let's fast forward a little bit, see what else he gets into.
Mother
So this man
Nature's.
is standing in a room with a chalkboard that says Farm Fresh Produce ASMR, and then there's 4 shelves with some fruits and veggies on them. So
Can I add that he has a mustache?
he does have a mustache and a bit of a beard.
is he a farmer? Farmers, do they have mustaches?
He looks like a farmer.
I feel like
I
farmers
feel like
don't
he's
have
just going to
mustaches.
whisper to us about some of the fruits. But let's.
I bet, here's my bet, is he goes up to the microphone, the duotone stereo microphone, and says,
Binaural.
tomatoes,
Binaural.
lettuce, squash.
Okay, so let's jump about 15 minutes into this video and see what he's doing.
At once, but most everything you see here I enjoy.
Ugh.
in one form or another.
Right now he is off screen. I think he has a fruit in his hand that he's tapping into the microphone.
He's tapping a fruit.
Oh yeah, he was tapping a tomato and whispering about. Oh, gosh, I hate it when they breathe.
He's breathing with his nose.
Nice fresh tomato.
Oh my gosh. Okay,
Okay, so
let's go a little farther. Let's do one more jump. Give me a time. Anywhere in an hour.
45.
45. Here we go.
Here we go.
He has an apple and he's tapping it.
These are
doing the
apple
same thing.
tapping sounds.
Let's listen to some apple tapping. Oh, he got out a knife. What the heck?
Let's see if I can.
This video just took a weird turn.
He just cut it.
Oh, yep. Now he's gonna.
It's a snuff film. He's killing it.
Yep, and he is slicing this apple open. Wow, this is some
This is
weird,
this is
boring
some deep-
ASMR.
yeah.
Okay.
So let's
I lost
see.
that one.
Here's the next fun part. Based on how weird and boring and obscure this ASMR was, how many views do you think it has?
How popular is this? I'm going to
5,000.
go with 500,000.
Okay, 500,000. What's your guess? We'll just do closest.
2,000.
2,000? That's some math. It's in between those two numbers.
300,000.
It is 155,000 views.
I don't even understand these people that watch this.
There's a market for somebody tapping on an apple on YouTube and
Like,
whispering at
who
me.
grew up on a farm and is like, I really miss the farm?
Okay, I just wanna
I
hear
want
the
I want
sounds.
ASMR
Hardware.
handyman.
ASMR handyman.
Handyman.
This is absolutely going to be there.
Where he walks into your house and says, "I'm here to fix your sink.
This is going to be there.
It's leaky."
Ugh. Blah.
Yeah, I mean, it was I typed in hand and it popped up.
It has a
ASMR hand and hand. So let's see. There's so many of these.
Blah.
This is actually a series that a guy did. It's called The Repairman.
Oh my gosh.
And on this first one, there is 427,000 views. So that's-
400,000 views.
These guys are getting rich from this creepy video.
Okay, so this guy is wearing a leather hooded jacket.
Leather hoodie.
He looks like he's about to rob us. And oh my goodness,
Steal your stuff.
what's he do? He's like working on the
He's
camera?
under the lock on your house.
Oh, is that
He's breaking into the house.
That's why
is
he's
that
a robber.
actually what's happening?
Yeah. This isn't ASMR. This is just him
like
breaking
him-
in.
yeah, this is theft.
Yeah, we're watching.
Okay, so
robbery.
Oh, well, no. We're the thing looking back at him that he's fixing. Like,
What?
we're the eyeballs of the sink he's fixing.
Oh, that's weird.
Is that what it's
And so
supposed to
he's, like, really close to the sink.
Sure if the serpent's around.
Yeah, he's, like, really close to what he's fixing.
be? I think so. Because he's just kind of muttering to himself about stuff.
See. Oh, there's the
Stop
popular
fixing me.
tapping. Tapping's really popular. Wait, go back to the tapping.
Okay.
So here we are as the sink pipe.
Oh, I think he's ratcheting me.
It just sounds. Oh my gosh!
I like the ratcheting.
It just makes me like scrin.
And now we're
Skin
opening and it. Oh my gosh! So he comes in, he steals all my stuff, and now he's opening bubble wrap.
Wow. I want to just real quick. I'm going to jump to the 6th episode in this series of The Repairman. It's
Still
The
not
Repairman,
fixed yet.
episode 6. And
The
there
couch.
it looks kind of creepy. It looks like Paranormal Activity style, like that ominous blue dim light, and there's like a locked cupboard. And
Wait. Okay, where? So he walks
Now
in.
he's-
Wait, let him walk in. Go back.
okay, geez, we
Let
don't
him
have to
walk
watch
in.
this whole video.
Justin's all interested.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
if
wanna
you want to go
see.
watch ASMR
Yeah.
Repairman,
Look up ASMR Repairman, people. This is like hardcore
No,
stuff.
I'm
Don't
not-
give him
I'm
more
just gonna-
business.
You know when they say you stare into the abyss and the abyss stares back.
What is he fixing?
He's just talking into a camera.
It's a porch light.
What the heck?
This guy's it's like whack job.
But a whack job. The 6th video has 245,000 views.
What's he fixing?
I don't have a clue. It's
The
not like it
camera?
said.
I
The
don't know.
description doesn't even say like what. Oh, in this episode, I'm gonna fix this nonsense.
No, none of this. Ugh.
So, oh gosh, how many subscribers do you think this guy has?
1 million.
300,000 subscribers
That's
for
awesome.
this ASMR garbage.
Can we get 300,000 subscribers, please?
Oh gosh, yeah. Tell your friends, people.
All right, everybody. Yeah,
Well, I think that'll do it because those were really obscure. I mean,
yeah.
I'm not surprised that those were there because I don't think we're going to get to a
Yeah.
point.
Somebody-
Unless you guys get real creative.
Here, somebody out there, help us think of an ASMR video that doesn't exist.
No
Yeah.
cheating.
Yeah,
no cheating.
You just have to just blindly email us
Yep.
a
Blindly.
string of words.
Yeah,
I'm
just
going to say
put words together.
3 words. You can't just like have a whole sentence because you could
That's
just,
too long. Yeah.
gibberish is obviously isn't going to be there. But 3 words. If you could come up with 3 words and put them after ASMR in YouTube and nothing comes up, you win ASMR roulette.
Yeah, I bet ASMR teacher or ASMR nurse doesn't exist.
Yeah, okay.
Oh gosh.
Okay.
Or ASMR haircut. That one
Yeah.
probably isn't very there.
I think I've done that one before on accident.
All
Yeah, that one those are so popular.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, kill me. Okay.
Well, anyway, thanks so much for listening, everybody. Great news. We actually had somebody email us this week, so
Hooray!
thank you to whoever that was. I don't remember your name, and I can't be bothered to look it up right now, but thank you so much for doing that.
Oh my gosh.
If you would like to email us some more, please do that. And if you haven't emailed us yet, also email us because we really appreciate the feedback and the comments and the criticism, especially when it's telling Justin to stop interrupting everybody. So
Yeah,
anyway,
thanks.
thanks for listening.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
See you next time.